My shirt says it all. This team makes me drink and not water.
Mm. All right, everybody, we are here. Washington versus New York. Normally we start off the show with other topics and try to bring you the week's news, but we decided we were so ticked off we were going to do just a special video, a special segment just for this Washington and New York game. This right after the game. They ended about, I guess, 30 minutes ago, and we just wanted to come on here and give you our points. Ticked off. I knew when they were coming back not to get excited because they do this all the time. You want to get excited. You're like, okay, we have a chance. But, don't get your hopes up because they just dash them and make you cry every time. Gwen, what do you have to say about?
My shirt says it all. This team makes me drink and not water.
Makes you drink.
We used to have a 3 back in the day. Remember, Sabrina? Why was the heart attack ratio so high in the DMV?
Because of the Redskins. And I'm telling y'all can't see my background right now, but my fan is going in the background. It's hot in here. They got my temperature and my pressure's up.
Something is going on. They need to blow that stadium up. Now we know it's not the name, it's probably the place where they're located. I can't have enough emphasis on or say enough about losing that first game. We needed that first game.
Against the Giants?
Yes. And it hurts my heart because they are 1-7, now they're 2-7, and the 2 victories are on us. Now they legitimately won today. Absolutely. But the last game, we gave that to them. And we can't afford to give away games because even though we playing our next 3 games against sub 500 what I'm trying to say percent sub 500 teams. We just can't afford to lose any games like this. We need to win all our divisional games.
And what you said a few minutes ago, it's the same thing I said. It's like something spiritual is going on with this team. It's like they just can't do the basic things right. When they lose it, it's something spiritual or mental or something going on with this team that they need to check. And I think it starts at the top. Snyder is not the answer, and I have a whole lot of feelings about him. But I just think they need to check from the top all the way down with this team.
And you got to give Alex credit. He did the best he could do. And he's been out for a while, so I give the man kudos for performing the way that he did. But you can't win a game with 5 turnovers. It's just unheard of.
Go ahead. I'm so sorry. Go ahead. I give Alex partial credit, but then he threw the game away at the end. 2 interceptions. Not one. You got a second chance and you threw it again. And I'm like, who was he throwing to?
And everybody knows not to throw the ball across your body. Yep. I have never played a day of football in my life, but I know not to do that. That's that's the highest percentage of interception passes, when you go running one way and you throw the ball in the opposite direction.
Yep. Not
down the field, but like everybody knows don't do that. But obviously the Redskins got the answer. I'm speechless at this point. I don't know what we're going to do. Our next few games are going to be against sub 500 teams, like I said before, but I'm scared. I don't know if we're going to even win this division. And this is winnable because the Eagles not vibing. Dak is out. The Dallas is done. You know what I'm saying? And we needed those 2 games on the Giants. 10 points off of 5 turnovers. And how much did we lose the game by, Beanie?
3 points. So if we just took away one of them turnovers, at least we could have went to overtime. And
how is Alfred Norris still playing and running against us? And I think he gained more yards than our 2 combined. He was running downfield against us.
It was so close. And I can't say nothing bad about Alfred.
No, I'm saying we let him go. For those ladies and gents, Alfred Norris was we drafted him the same time we drafted RG3. So they were a duo that year that we went to the playoffs.
Yep.
They were a duo. They were together. They did it together. You know, and it was such a threat because if RG3 didn't run, then Alfred ran. So no one knew who was going to actually take off with the ball. So it was like, you know, who do we cover, you know? Mm-hmm. And we were very successful with that. But history has shown we tend to let players go to other teams, and they, like Alfred hasn't had this phenomenal career since he left, but he's consistent. He's still playing.
And getting big chunks of yards against us. I was like, okay, Alfred, I see you. You in the wrong place, but I see you. And it's like you can almost call how these games are going to go with Washington. And then at the same time, they just surprise you with how many errors and turnovers and dumb penalties. And I just so appreciate Morgan Moses that they show him on the sideline. Like, we are better than this. Show some, you know, blankety blank heart. Like, show some heart.
I have to be honest, I didn't flinch when Allen went out. Not that I didn't care, because I said I hope he gets better, but it's not going to make us better. I think Smith did a better job than Allen would have done, to be honest, even with all the turnovers, Sabrina.
I think Alex Smith kept us in the game, got us back into the game, I should say, and gave us a chance. I don't know that Allen would have gotten us at
Exactly.
Yeah. So I'm so disappointed. I'm so disappointed, but
and Cameron Curl was getting beat on defense, and then he finally made that great play and got the sack. But when you go 10 plays where they gain so much yards against us, and then you have one sack, it doesn't equal. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't gel. And let's go back to something we discussed in our previous session. Did you not see Kerrigan and Sweat and Chase and Allen all working together?
Yes, and I was going to say our boys.
Sweat is outplaying Kerrigan. That's why Kerrigan is being switched out.
And I understand that, but today I think Kerrigan played better because he did the big play in the first half. I think Kerrigan is showing like I still have it. And that's what you need to do.
Don't complain. Play. Win your spot back.
Yes.
Don't complain, play, you know, so.
And I want to see a little bit more from Chase. I know he's young. I know he's still learning and progressing and coming up to NFL level, but I want to see more.
He was pressuring. That line on the left side was.
I want to see pressure.
That line on the left side was decent, Bean. 78.
I don't want to see him pressure. I want to see him knock that other man's behind down. Yeah. I want to hear his name called.
Yeah, I understand that. I understand.
Yeah, give me a little bit more. And I know he's still learning. I ain't mad at him, but let's turn it up a notch.
I can't even complain about against the play call because I feel like Alex did a great job. The pass to McLaurin, I lost my mind.
I was like, how did they not tackle him? Like, how did he get away?
I was so excited. Yeah. But I called you like we always do, and you were like, "Don't do it, Gwen."
Don't do it.
I was like, I'm going to do it because we're so close. How we can't. Hope deferred makes the heart sick, and I'm sick because I refuse to give up hope. But I'm like, we can't do this. It has to get better. Where's the answer, Sabrina? Like, what part is the weak link? Where's our weakest link?
And we've been looking at this for a long time. I honestly don't know. I really think it starts at the top. You have a coach that's battling cancer, that's showing you what it's like to be tough, that's showing you what it's like to push through in adversity, and you come out and play like this crap. You have your first home game with 3,000 or so fans. You have people in front of you to play for, and you play like you on the Three Stooges or whatever.
That first half was terrible. That first half was terrible. But this is something I realized that I hadn't realized before, and one of the commentators brought this up, and I looked it up, and it's true. We are fourth in the league for fewest points scored in the second half. So the defense, if there were 5 quarters, we may have more wins because the defense seems to get it together. But why does it take them a whole half to kick it into, where they should be in the first half? I mean, you made a point. This was the first time today that we didn't get the ball first.
So you noticed that? Yes. Yeah. And I think it helped.
Did that help? Did that help?
I think it helped because imagine us going into the locker room down like whatever it was, 17.
It was 20-3.
Yeah, down 17.
Down 17. You're right.
Mm-hmm. And then the Giants coming out getting the ball in the second half. That would have been terrible. So I feel like at least we got the ball first in the second half, but oh my gosh, it was just.
I can't do this. I can't. My mind, we are so close to me. 5 plays away from 3 wins in all these games. We are 5 plays, and let me call the plays.
Mm-hmm.
The 2 interceptions today for the 10 points. The 2 turnovers for the 10 points. Right. That's 1. Mm-hmm. That's 2 plays. Mm-hmm. The call to go for it
on with the 2-point conversion
field goal, and we probably would have won. That's 3 plays. Mm-hmm. The loss. Okay, let me put this back. The Cardinals just had our number.
Oh, yeah.
We just totally stumped in that game, so we're gonna call all of that game 1 play. You know what I'm saying? Another game I thought we could have won was the Cleveland game. Had the offense just gel better together.
I think Cleveland outplayed us that game. I really do.
I remember thinking that my
really
third quarter, we can win this. Yeah, we got outplayed in mostly all our losses, but I feel like that was a game that could have been won, Sabrina.
Well, of course, it's the Browns, and we should have. But
and that's why I think I'm giving it such a in my mind, because it was the Browns. Like the Browns, come on.
Okay, so the next games we're looking up, everybody. Gwen said the Lions, and she's right, the Lions. Then the Bengals. Then the Cowboys on Thanksgiving. Okay? After that, it gets a little rough. A lot rough.
No, it's going to be rough these next 3 weeks. I don't know. It's rough already. Because we couldn't eat this one out. We got to win these next 3 because we're going to lose some of the others when we're
tiebreakers
out of our division again.
Yeah, and then if it comes down to the whole division, just, stinking it up, and we're all like in that 7-9, 8-8 range. No, listen to what I'm saying. Whatever the score is, whatever the records are, if we all are tied up somewhere in there, we're going to lose the tiebreakers. So we got to win.
Would it amaze you or bewilder you if the person wins our division at 6-10?
Wait, let me think on that. The Eagles right now are 2-4-1 or something like that. 6-10 would surprise me. I would say 7-9 would not surprise me. I'll give it one more. I would not be surprised if we had a 7-9 division leader to go to the playoffs.
I just can't. Lord have mercy. I can't. I don't even have the words. I need a minute to think this through. I'm trying to figure out what else can we do. I think we need to stay with Alex. He shows that he can play. He needs to settle down and stop and not be Superman. You've already proven to us that you are more than a conqueror. You have already proven to us that you are you're a hard worker. But settle down and play football and think football. Yeah. Do not throw the ball across the field again, Alex.
And I think one of the commentators made a good point. He basically said in the beginning when we were basically falling apart, he's like, you're just pressing too much. Just calm down. And I think in Alex's mind, he saw he was bringing us back. He wanted to win. He wanted to do it. He was trying. He wanted it so bad. I think he just forced it. So,
but Beanie, I ain't gonna give him too much of a pass. This is a seasoned vet. Despite what he's been through, I think we're going too light on him because of his leg stuff, bad stuff happen, things like that happen. You're back. You need to play smarter because we're going to need these games, especially the games we were supposed to win. The Giants, I already counted these as 2 victories on our 7-9 season that we're going to win our conference because we were supposed to beat the Giants. So I'm 2 games under where we should be right now.
Yeah, I'll just, at this point, what are we, 2-7? 2-7? I think we'll probably end the season about 5-11. What you think, 5-11?
I got 5-11. If we get to 6-10, we will win. But 5-11, I just can't right now, Sabrina. I'm disgusted.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't even want to cook dinner.
And I know my family's like, Mommy, when are you making the meatloaf? And I'm sure, my husband's going to be like, all right, it's time to make the meatloaf. But I'm sitting here like, oh.
I can't. I wish they would get it together. Let's take some strong takeaways from today. What takeaways can we take that were great takeaways? Any positive? One positive, Sabrina.
One positive?
One.
I think that Alex Smith has the potential to lead this team in a manageable way that we can at least play a little cleaner, a little smarter, and maybe get a few more wins. I think that he's a good leader if he just doesn't press, if he doesn't try to do too much. So I think that Alex is the best out of the three. He can stay healthy and not press. I guess that's a positive. The defense, the defensive line.
That line, I'm telling you, Beanie. Them Bama boys and Chase and Sweat and Kurgan, you gotta be impressed by that. And I feel bad for them because they do their part. What you potentially want to do, I think that the opponent scored too many points in the first half, and the offense can't bring them back. And they shut the teams down in the second half, but our offense can't bring us back. We can't make up that we need to bring us back. But also, I feel sorry because they play their hearts out, and they just the offense can't get it together to meet them halfway. You know what I'm saying? But another thing is, and I just want to digress to Alex again 1 second, but I wasn't happy when he came because I remember what he did and didn't do in Kansas City. He could get them there, but he could never get them over the hump.
Right.
You know, so that's why the Chiefs wasn't too mad when they let Alex go, and now they got Mahomes, and now they don't want a Super Bowl.
Yeah,
because
but I feel like out of who we have, we got to work with who we have, and
exactly. But no, come on now.
Yeah.
I hope while all this is happening, that somebody is working with Haskins. Because I feel that if they put just a little bit more in this man, he can do it. I hope it's not, well, I'm not playing, I'm not going to practice, y'all. I'm done with y'all. I think in my mind, I literally see that they have thrown this man away.
You think they've thrown him away?
I don't think, Sabrina, it's mighty funny when they said, if he gets hurt, this person's going to have to come in. Logan, where's Haskins? I feel like he's not even, remember the last game when they were going through the progression, they was like, if this one gets hurt, after Alex, then it's Thomas Logan. They didn't say, well, Haskins to come back in.
Yeah, and they'll probably make sure he's active for next week, given the circumstances. Now, I'm sure they'll probably make him active. But if they don't,
if this child does not have the support he's young. He needs somebody to believe in him. And I feel like they haven't done that. I thought about what you said last week. I think we should shop him out. If we're not going to invest all that this man needs, then we should let somebody else.
We passed the point of being able to do that. I think the trade deadline has passed earlier this week, so I think
we look forward to it next year then.
Yeah, I don't know, but I just don't feel like, and I feel badly because he seems like a nice person, nice young man. I just don't think he's it. I don't know that Kyle Allen was it. Alex Smith is a manager to me. Like he's a good leader and manager in terms of keeping things moving, but I don't know that he's it. He's not the answer.
Now, going back to what we talked about last night about Haskins. See, people don't understand. Viewers, let's just talk about the Daniel Jones Haskins, Dwayne Haskins. They were the top two quarterbacks coming out of the draft, right or wrong.
Right.
Haskins was supposed to go higher than Jones. Because the first two teams that needed quarterbacks was the Giants and then us. The Giants at 6 and the Redskins at 15. Everybody automatically assumed that the Giants would take Haskins at 6 because of his phenomenal play with Ohio State. The Giants flipped it and took Daniel Jones, I think from South Carolina or some team.
I have to look it up.
Yeah, I have to look it up. But some team, and they took him first, and Haskins was like, what? And we got him at 15 because he was available. His intention was to go to New York. He always wanted to play New York. He always wanted to go New York. Yep. Now I'm looking at it. The 5 times Daniel Jones has played as he's 5-0.
Or 4-0, that's right.
4-0, exactly.
Absolutely.
So it's like, who looks to be the genius out of that? You know what I'm saying?
It ain't us. Help us. It ain't us.
So I just can't. And I believe in him. I think he still is, you can still do some things with him.
And I hope, and believe me, I know that some people will say, well, you're not a real fan, Sabrina. How could you say that you don't believe in him? Please prove me wrong. I want to be wrong. I want him to do well. I hope he gets the chance to be the starter again and does well and is here for the foreseeable future. Please prove me wrong. I'm not hating on him personally. I don't see it yet.
Sabrina, you don't have to explain the way how you feel. This is your football commentary. You feel the way you feel. I am not confident in this coach either. I think.
Whoa, wait a minute. Now, I didn't like that call against the first New York game. That was dumb when he decided to go for 2. But
I commend the man for fighting cancer and winning, but I wanted Tomlin.
Oh,
yes. I wanted them to sell their draws to get this man. You know what I'm saying? I wanted them to sell their draws to get this man. You know what I'm saying? To sell whatever. Get him here. His mama here. He grew up in Virginia. Get him back home so we can get it. And then they get Rivera. I'm like, man, they could have left this man in Carolina.
I wouldn't say that strong about it. But between the two, Tomlin, I definitely would have rather had Tomlin. Absolutely.
I would have said, you know what? I would have went to them and go, I would have been the genie in the bottle. Your wish is my command. But look at him now. He got them on a 7-0 spot with the same players. AB gone. We gotta watch that game too. We need to go off and watch that game. AB is gone. Who the running back they had that caused all that trouble? Sabrina, his name right there.
For who?
The one that sat out the whole year.
Oh my God, Le'Veon Bell.
Yes. Yeah, sat out the whole. Their weapons gone, and they still said, "I love me some Juju though."
Oh, Juju, I love Juju. Yeah.
I love me some Juju. So I was like, I've got to look and see, but. Yeah, I guess he made the right move call. That's the best stop they done had in a long time. And his 2 most, powerful pieces are not there. So he's making do. This is when you can tell a team, they're contender. They believe in each other. They support each other because they can take mostly rookies. Let's keep it real, or non-experienced players, and they're producing. They're a perfect record so far. And they go up against the Cowboys as we speak, so we definitely need to get off here so I can go back to cheering.
And on that note, we will end this particular video, and we will come back to you maybe later or next week. We're going to decide which one, but we had to get on here early for this. So,
like I said, these next couple of weeks, just hang in there with us. We'll try to break it down as best we can, but this is going to be tight. With this loss today, we just put ourselves in a major hole.
And there's always hope, but you just don't have confidence that it's gonna, that we're gonna turn it around. We can do it, but show me something. I don't know. Anyway, we're gonna go watch the Cowboys game now. Hopefully that ends the way we want it to.
We're gonna watch the Cowboys get beat down. Go Steelers! I gotta change it to my black and gold.
Girl, bye.
Bye.